Abashim Yashai, rock a thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Alatha, Bashim Yashai to the sisters. I am priest and officer Gabar Math, ISUPK, Connecticut. We are ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, I've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true culture and heritage, according to the Bible, that we are the true Jews, according to the Bible, the Israelites. And our oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, which means liar. All right, just bear with me while I post some things in the chat. Make sure that our volume is good. Salakia. Shalom. All right, volume's good. Wanda Brown, Shalom. Kwame All, Shalom. Leroy Baylor, Shalom. Young man Lawrence, Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Labah, Shalom. Yapah Shayara, Shalom. All right, again, just bear with me while I post in the chat. And we will get underway. Remember, if you're going through something, you don't have to go through it alone. All right? You never have to go through it alone. All right? For questions or counsel, 203-548-0040. Ida Moth, Trooper Ida Moth, Shalom. All right? 203-548-0040. If you're going through something, if you need advice, if you need counsel, if you want to go to the Passover, 203, you want information having to do with that. You've never been before, and you want to go. You're like, what is this all about? I'm going to take me some time, and I'm going to go. 203-548-0040. All right? Find out what it's about, and come on. All right. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All right? It is important to appease the algorithm so that we get seen. Negative comments, positive comments, a comment is a comment. ISUPK.com to find a school near you if you're not in Connecticut. All right? ISUPK.com. Again, dates of the Passover, slaughtering of the lambs, high holy days, our calendar are all found on ISUPK.com. All right? You want to know our history? ISUPK.com. Shalom, sis. Mariam. Shalom. Good to see everybody in class. Oh, wow. Most High in Christ. It's a beautiful thing. Let me see if I got another one to post. All right. I do not. Let's get started. Oh, Salaki, let me see if I can, we have to post one more thing, Salaki. Let me see. Young man, Lawrence, if you could get me, James 4:1.
Khan.
Today's class. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are brothers and should behave as such. That includes sisters and sisterhood. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Blacks, Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Indians, First Nationers, are brothers and sisters. They're synonymous and should behave as such. What does that mean? We're going to go into that today. What does that mean? It's important. Our oppressor wants to rip us apart, wants us not to behave that way, wants to see us torn apart, and wants to see us desolate and alone. That's what our oppressor wants from us. All right? But we need to do the opposite. You got that?
Khan,
Go ahead and read.
This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
From whence come wars and fightings among you?
Let's stop right there. Where do wars and fighting come from amongst you? Let's find out who that you is. Go ahead.
Khan. Come they not hence, even of your lusts that war in your members? That's war in your members, Slakia.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Give it to me one more time.
Khan. Come they not hence, even of your lusts that war in your members?
Don't they come from the war within you, within your body, your members? Isn't it lust driven? Go ahead.
Khan, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain.
You lust after things that you don't have. Go ahead. After have not. Go ahead.
Khan. Ye kill and desire to have.
You kill out of that lust, out of that desire. You want what another brother has or another sister has. So you'll even kill for it. Go ahead.
Khan. And cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not.
Right.
Because ye ask not.
Because ye what?
Because ye ask not.
You don't have those things because you don't ask for them. Okay? You don't have those things because you don't ask for them. So, Lakia, just getting together one last thing here. Salakia, bear with me. Matazabath, Shalom says, I don't know if that will post. Nope, didn't post. All right, Salakia. Thank you for everybody bearing with me. 4 and 1. From whence come wars and fighting among you? Where do wars and fighting come from? Come they not hence? Don't they come from this? Even of your lusts that war in your members? Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not. Verse 3.
Khan. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss.
Because you don't ask the right way. Keep going.
Khan. That ye may consume it upon your lust. Verse 4. Ye adulterers and ye Salakia. Ye adulterers and adulteress.
Adulteresses.
Adulteresses.
Right. Now what is adultery? Adultery is to trespass against your brother or your brother, if you're a man, or your sister, if you're a woman, to take someone else's property, really, right? Right? To trespass against your brother or sister is adultery, and that you should never do. Ye and the Lord is saying that's what we are. ye adulterers and adulteresses, talking about the male and the female alike. Go ahead.
Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the powers?
You know how you're adultering? You're adultering because you're supposed to belong to the Most High, and you want the friendship that the world offers instead of the fatherhood that the Most High gives you. You understand? You want to follow after yourself and not after your God. Right? You've trespassed against God. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Do ye think
Just
that
like it. Read whosoever and keep going from there.
Mm-hmm. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the powers.
Read it again. That's heavy right there.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the powers.
Such an important thing that many of us take for granted. Many of us take for granted how important it is to come out of the world. This verse right here is heavy. Whosoever, male or female, girl or boy, meaning child, son or daughter, whosoever, anyone, talking about Israelites, therefore will be a friend of the world. If you like what this world has to offer and you want to be in it and of it, because again, there's no lukewarm, either hot or cold. There's no in between, man. A lot of us want to be in transition forever. No. Nope. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world. Read on.
A friend of the world is the enemy of the powers.
Is what?
An enemy is the enemy of the powers.
Is the enemy of the powers. If you're an enemy to God and the Lord is a man of war, guess what's happening? Guess what's going to happen to you? The Lord's going to war against you, man. The Lord is going to wage war against you spiritually until you what? Yield. How important is it? How much do you love God so that doesn't happen to you? How much do you love the Most High? Do you love the Most High enough to give up the world? To try your best. And listen, when I say best, I mean just to do it. Not to continuously say you're trying, but to actually conquer and to do it. Because a lot of us are full of lip service. A lot of us keep saying, well, I'm trying. But you seem never to achieve. All it takes is to do it. If Nike can make a full campaign on that for what, 20 years now, 20, 30, more than 20 years, 30 years, 30-year campaign, just do it. And niggas are breaking records over some gosh darn sneakers and shorts and sweatsuits. They're breaking records because they're saying it and living it. And we can't say it and live it. 2,000 years we've been in turmoil, not slavery, but turmoil. 2,000 years, man. Christ came 2,000 years ago. And we still can't get it right. Life after life, time after time. I think we can do it, man. I got faith in us. Do ye, Salaki, go ahead, verse 5.
Do ye think that the scripture saith in vain?
Read that again. Ooh, read that again.
Do ye
what are we reading, young man Lawrence? Are we reading scriptures?
Do
you think that the scriptures saith these things in vain? Oh, go ahead, read it again.
Do ye think that the scripture saith in vain? The, the spirit the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy.
Keep going.
Verse 6. But he giveth more grace. Wherefore he saith, the powers resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Do ye think that the scripture saith in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy? But he giveth more grace. What is grace? Young man, no, let me ask specifics. Let's see. Matazabah, what's grace, sis? Just type it in the chat for me. What is grace? Ida Moth, what is grace? Wanda Brown, what is grace? What is grace? Type it in the chat. What do you think grace is? Labau, type it in the chat. What is grace? Leroy Bear, is it Tazamak? No. Salakia. Trooper. What's that trooper there? What is grace? Anybody, type it in. I don't have any responses yet. Anybody, type it in. Young man Lawrence, what's grace? Without looking it up. What do you think grace is? What is grace?
I would say grace is time.
Very good. Grace is an extra allotment of time. It is a period of time allotted past a cutoff point. An additional allotment of time. Very good. So let's read that again.
Khan out of one Khan. Verse 6.
Go ahead.
But he that giveth more grace.
No, but he giveth more grace.
Oh, Slakia.
Yeah.
But he giveth more grace.
But
wherefore
he gives us more time. Go ahead.
Khan out of one Khan. Wherefore he saith, the powers resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
He gives you more time when you're humble. He resists the proud. You don't get that same grace. Keep going.
Verse 7. Submit yourself, therefore, to the powers.
Resist. Now, what does submit mean? Young man Lawrence.
Slack, sir. Humble yourself.
So, yeah, to submit means to humble yourself. It means to allow someone to be over you. It means to become obedient, right? Submit yourselves, therefore, to the powers. Go ahead. And this is how you do it. Go ahead.
Resist the devil.
Do what?
Resist the devil.
Resist the liar. Right? Go ahead.
And he will flee from you.
That's right. Keep going.
Verse 8. Draw nigh to the powers.
What does nigh mean, young man Lawrence?
Near, closer.
Very good. Draw nearer to the powers. Go ahead.
And he will draw nigh to you.
Keep going.
Cleanse your hands, ye sinners.
Is that talking about washing your hands with water? Is that talking about getting them under the faucet with some nice warm water and a good bar of soap? All right, what's that talking about?
That's talking about turning away from wickedness and drawing, like the verse said before, to draw near to him. He will draw near to you.
Right. So like A lot of Christians think the mark of the beast in your right hand means you're gonna have like something in your hand, right? And they might even do it because they take the heathen take the scriptures literally, right? But what does that mean? Right? Everything's done on the right in the Bible because it's righteousness in this hand, right? So what does that really mean? That means cleanse your hands means wash your hands, meaning clean yourself up from sin. Don't do sinful things, right? It says cleanse your hands, ye sinners, right? Stop being a sinner. Stop being a sinner, simply like that. Don't sin. Go ahead.
Kind out of one kind.
And
And purify your hearts,
right.
ye double-minded.
What is your heart? And the hint is right after that. What is your heart?
Your mind.
Your mind. And then he calls us double-minded. Why? Because we want one foot in the world and one foot out. We always want to be that cool nigga, you know what I'm saying? Always doing everything like the world does it. Well, we're not supposed to be that, man. We're supposed to be the ambassadors of God. God's family. God's chosen people. Where's the dog, please? Salakia. Bring her in, please. All right? She sounds like she's on the street. Salakia. We'll make sure the pup is safe. All right, let's go.
Kind out of one kind. Verse 9.
Double-minded because, again, we have one foot in, one foot out. Give her those treats, please. Jerky. One foot in the truth, one foot out of the truth. Many of our Hebrew brothers that are in other groups, one foot in Christianity, one foot in what they think is the truth. They're in a quagmire. You know what I'm saying? Giggity, giggity. They're in some mud. They don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're in. You know what I'm saying? They're in lust. They're in seditious acts against their brothers. They like brotherhood, man. We saw this past weekend. If you watched anything having to do with ISUPK, you know what I'm talking about. All right? Keep going.
Kind out of one kind. Verse 9. Be afflicted.
Be what?
Be afflicted.
Be pained. Go ahead.
Kind out of one kind. And mourn.
Uh-huh.
And weep.
Yep.
Let your laughter be turned to mourning.
Yo, take it serious, man. Let it bother you. Because sinning is so easy, man. To sin is so simple, it's so easy. It's not hard. It's not grievous to sin. It's not grievous to follow the law. But to come out of the world into the truth, that's a painful thing. And you got to be afflicted in that. It gets easier over time. To the point where you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Why it was so hard. You'll be like, man, why is this so hard for brothers? But I did it. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, I got to keep myself grounded and remember, it's not that hard to do it, but it's hard to want to do it and to go through the process. There's a process involved, right? Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning. Go ahead.
Kind out of one kind. And your joy to heaviness.
Right, go ahead.
Kind out of one kind. Verse 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Most High.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Most High. A lot of us don't do that. A lot of us fight. Listen, brotherhood is humbleness. It takes away your pride. It adds to you humility to be a brother or sister to someone, to truly be steeped in it. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy until you do it. Then it's the easiest thing in the world because you understand that you had hubris, you had ego, and you had to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Take ego Add an L to it and Lego. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it consume you, man. Let it go. Let go. It's very easy. It's very easy. But again, your pride has to be done away with. Your pride has to be done away with. You can't let that devil, which is yourself, again, the old self must be killed. You have to do away and bury your old self to be that good brother, to be that good sister. Your pride and your hubris and the way you walk and talk must change. You have to be different. Come out of the world, like it says up in the previous verse, right? Verses, excuse me. Keep going.
Khan. And he shall lift you up.
Verse 11 is hard and heavy. Here comes the sword, y'all, to cut. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Speak not evil one of another.
Now, wait a minute. This is hard right here, because even in the truth, it's a hard thing not to say something bad about somebody else. Speak not evil one of another. That is hard, because you might have an ought with a brother. You might not get along with a brother because of something simple or complex. But what does the Bible say? And this is a commandment now. Speak not evil one of another. Brethren, there's a reminder who you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be brothers, man. Your brothers are from another mother and from another father. You know what I'm saying? Your brothers, and speak not evil one of another. Go ahead.
Khan. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judges his brother speaketh evil of the law and judges the law.
And should you do that? That's a death offense. That's a death offense. If the Sadducees and Pharisees were right here, you know what happened, right? Heads would roll, brother. When Christ comes back, heads are going to roll. You know what I'm saying? Unless mercy is shown, we'll see. Christ is coming to uphold the law, though, isn't he? Because it's judgment time. All the grace, all the extra time to get yourself right has been given, right? And when Christ comes, there's going to be a reckoning, not only for us, but for the heathen as well. But again, also for us, we have to be right, man. We can't lead this earth and not be right. Keep going.
Khan. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
Man, you can't judge the law, man. You gotta do you have to. The Lord wants us to do the law, not judge it. Don't lip service the law. Put the law in your inward parts. Let people see you shine. That shine comes from doing the law. You understand? Keep going.
Khan. Verse 12. There is one lawgiver.
Read that again.
Khan. There is one lawgiver.
It's not Gabar Moth. It's not young man Lawrence. We're not the lawgivers. Christ is not the lawgiver. The law was given by the Most High. He is the only one that gave the law. Everyone else has to do the law. Put the law in our inward parts. And again, let it shine. Let it be seen by other men how we encompass it. And don't let it slip us by, right? Keep going.
Khan. Who is able to hold on, slack here, sir.
No sweat.
Verse 12.
Read it from the beginning.
Khan. Mm-hmm. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and to destroy. Who art thou that judgest another?
Keep going.
Verse 13. Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow, we will go in such a city.
Into.
Huh?
Go into.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Go into such a city
Mm-hmm.
and continue there a year and buy and sell and get Salakia, and get gain.
Keep going.
Verse 14. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor
Mm-hmm.
that appeareth for a little time.
What does that mean? A vapor that appeareth for a little time. Smoke and condensation and vapor are two temporary things. They are caused by a specific thing. And once that reaction stops, it's gone. Right? It's temporary. Go ahead.
Another one, Khan. Salaki. That appeareth for a little time and then vanishes away.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. For that ye ought to say, if the Most High will, we shall live and do this or that.
If the Lord will, if it be the Lord's will, we shall live and do this or that. That's how you should speak. If it be the Lord's will, this is going to happen. If it be the Lord's will, that's going to happen. And again, you have to be doing the Lord's will. You understand? You have to encompass what the Lord wants. You have to have the spirit of the Lord in you. The law. Verse 16.
Verse 16. But now ye rejoice in your boastings.
Read it again.
But now ye rejoice in your boastings.
That's what we are doing currently. As we are in the world, we are rejoicing in our boastings. Go ahead.
All such rejoicing is evil.
And that we're doing is evil, man. And we can't do that anymore. We got to come out of this thing. Go ahead.
Whew. Verse 17. Therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin.
Damn. There it is. There it is. Therefore to him that if you know to do good and you don't do it, regardless of if you're thinking of it right now or not, if you knew it and you know it and you don't do it, you're sinning. And you'll be put to death one day if Christ cracks open that sky tomorrow and you haven't repented. If the Lord will, you know what I'm saying? You will live. If the Lord will, you might not. But let it be the Lord's will.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. All right. From there, Salakia. Where is my little pad? Salakia. You got too many books going on here. All right. Psalms 133 and 1. Let's go. Psalms, Most High in Christ. Psalms 133 and 1.
Psalms. This is the book of Psalms. Chapter 1. 33 and 1.
Come.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Mm-hmm. It's so good, man. Isn't it good when we're at the school, when we're at camp, even when we're at each other's abodes and each other's houses? You know what I'm saying? Isn't it like dope just to be around people that are on the same accord, man? You guys are vibing together, drinking together, eating together. Nobody looking at you. Got to worry about nobody looking at your wife. You don't got to worry about nobody looking at your daughters. You know what I'm saying? You know, your sons are going to have good examples around them. You know what I'm saying? How good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity with an exclamation point. That's hitting it home. A song of degrees of David. This is David's song, man. The Psalms are songs that David sang, right? Go ahead. Verse 2. This is what brotherhood is, man, right here.
Verse 2. It is like the precious ointment, upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garment.
That joint, he got anointed. He poured the head with oil, and it just dripped down all the way down to the bottom of his garments. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get anointed by your brethren. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 3.
This is what brotherhood is, man. It washes over you. It lifts you up spiritually. Go ahead.
Verse 3. As the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountain of Zion. For there the Most High commanded the blessings, even life forevermore.
That's right. That's right. Brotherhood is forevermore, man. It's a blessing that he gives us forevermore, for always. We can be brothers and sisters always in the truth, right? Let's drop that and get Malachi 2 and 10.
It's the book of Malachi, verse 2 and 10. Have we not all one Father? Have not one power created us? Why do we deal treacherously, every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers?
Have we not all one Father? Hath not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously, every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers? Keep going.
Verse 11. Judah have dealt treacherously, and even abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem.
And even or and?
Oh, Slakia, and in Jerusalem.
No. After treacherous.
I'll read it over again.
Okay, that's right.
Judah have dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah have profaned the holiness of the Most High, which he loved, and have married the daughter of a strange god.
Oh, that's heavy right there, man.
It's like it, sir. Judah's still doing that today.
Yeah, that's that adultery, man. Those are the adulterers and adulteresses that have done what God hates, an abomination God hates, right? And he's profaned the separateness, the holiness of the Most High, which he loved. He used to love the Most High. And now he's profaned what the Most High wants. And he's married himself to the daughter of a strange god, which are the heathen nations. The sons and daughters of the other gods are all of them, all the other nations, because our Father is one Father. They have their fathers, and their father is the devil. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 12. The Most High will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar,
That's
out
right.
of
The one who call themselves master, and the ones who say that they have the authority to teach. Go ahead.
out of the tabernacles of Jacob,
Hmm.
and him that offereth an offering unto the Most High of hosts.
Keep going.
Verse 13. And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Most High with tears,
Hmm.
weeping, and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offerings any more, or receiveth it with good will at your hand.
That's right. And this have ye done again, because there's no new thing under the sun, right? We keep doing the same sins, covering the altar of the Lord with tears, with weeping, and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering anymore. You've done it so much. The Lord is like, man, get that out of here, man. How many times you keep doing the same damn thing again, man? Get that out of here, man. Or receive it with goodwill at your hand. Go ahead, read verse 14.
Verse 14. Yet ye say, wherefore? Wherefore? Because the Most High have been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously.
Yep.
Yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant.
Wisdom. That was the wife of your youth. Now you're stupid. Now you act like you had none. You're doing everything against yourself. You're just living willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing what the God wants you to do. You're following after your own heart, after your own mind. You're being lustful. And you're dealing treacherously with your brothers and with your sisters because you don't even know how to be a good brother or sister anymore because you've lost wisdom. You've lost the scriptures. You've lost your God. You've lost your king. And you can get it back at any time. But again, my people suffer for lack of knowledge, man. We're too busy following the ways of the world, man. And we've gone away from the covenant, the wisdom of the covenant. Keep going, 15.
Verse 15. And did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And wherefore one, that he might seek a godly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of your youth.
Of his youth.
Of his youth.
That's right. And let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth. Who's that? Again, don't deal treacherously against the wisdom that the Lord gave you by instilling us with the law. There is absolute wisdom in that. Keep going.
Verse 16. For the Most High, the powers of Israel, saith he hateth putting away. For one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Most High of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously.
Keep going.
Verse 17. Ye have worried the Most High with your words. Yet ye say, wherein have we worried him? When ye say, every one that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Most High, and he delighteth in them. Or where is the powers of judgment?
Damn. Well, that's heavy right there. We have wearied the Lord with your words. I'm sorry, ye have wearied the Lord with your words. Yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and don't pastors do that? Oh, you're breaking the law, you're a homosexual, but God still loves you. No, he don't. God hates you, man. God wants to see your destruction, so he gives you AIDS. He gives you gonorrhea. He makes it so that you can't move your bowels, okay? Because you want to juke the bowels up. You want to stab the bowels with rod. So now you got to use enema just to use the bathroom, man. You know what I'm saying? Taking what is natural and making it an abomination, making it disgusting, man. You wanna put your rod in death and destruction instead of what makes life. You understand? Ye have wearied the Lord with your words, yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighteth in them. Or, where is the God of judgment? Ooh, do you really want to know? You want to know where the God of judgment is? Because when the God of judgment is showing himself, Lord be with you. Lord be with you. Let's keep going. Matthew 23:8. Lord be with you. You better hope the grace goes on a little bit longer. That old man has got to go.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse, Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even there. I passed it. 23 and verse 8.
Salakia. Kill the old man because the old man didn't know how to be brothers, man. The old woman didn't know how to be a sister. The old man and woman were in the world, of the world, and loved it. Didn't even know the truth existed. But you have an opportunity now, if you're in this class or any other class by UPK. Again, isupk.com. Okay, under Commanding General Yohanan, man, the truth has come out all over this planet. And the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian has an opportunity to finally get himself right and to stop being killed in the streets. Right? So that the Lord is on our side again and not turning his face away from us because we've been disloyal. Like a wife that just can't keep it in the pants, man. A wife that wants to go out and do whatever she wants to do, come home and treat you like a hibado. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Treat you like treat you like you know what's up, but you keep kissing her. You know what I'm saying? That's horrible, man. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. I'm sorry, like a karayu. Excuse me. You can't be that, man. You can't be that disgusting thing. Can't be disgusting. A wife goes out, has sex with somebody, comes home with you, doesn't take a shower, and then kisses you on the mouth. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what it's like. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. There's no loyalty in that. One woman for a man. One woman for a man. We're supposed to be the bride of the Most High, man. He's the man. And our nation's supposed to be the bride, man. Keep going. Go ahead, read it.
Verse 8. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse 8. But be not ye called rabbi, for one is your master, even Mashiach. All ye, and all ye are brethren.
But be not called rabbi. Now, why is it our oppressor loves using the word rabbi? And here it says, be not called rabbi. I had to throw that in there, man. Because that's my first time reading that right there. But be not ye, Salakia, called rabbi. Don't call yourself rabbi, man. Don't call yourself master teacher or father teacher. For one is your master, even Christ. Christ is supposed to be your master, man. And all ye are brethren. We're all supposed to be priests and prophets of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? The order of Melchizedek. You know what I'm saying? There's no rabbi in that. Go ahead.
Khan on the one Khan. Verse 9. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your father, which is
in what?
Which is heaven.
There's only one Father, and he's in heaven. Go ahead.
Khan
And he
one
uses
Khan.
the earth as his footstool. He don't come to earth. He puts his feet up on it to relax. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Khan on one Khan. Verse 9. Oh, Salakia, sir. Verse 10. Neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Mashiach.
Christ is your master. Go ahead.
Khan on one Khan. Verse 11. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant.
And any man above you is actually serving you by treating you well, by treating you like a brother, by treating you, sisters, your husband treats you well, takes care of you. He serves you. He is your head, but he's serving you by treating you well, serving you by not abusing you, serving you by doing what's in your best interest, whether you know it or not. Our marriages would be wonderful if we understood this. Our marriages would be wonderful if the person lower understood this, that there's a responsibility in being over someone else. Keep going.
Khan, verse 12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased.
And when you take that authority and it goes to your head, that's when you're low. Abased means low, in the dirt, dusty. Keep going.
Khan. And he that shall humble himself shall be exalted.
There it is right there. And if you can humble yourself over someone, that's how you're exalted, because you're acting in some responsibility, responsible manner. You're acting in love. You're acting in brotherhood. Keep going.
Khan. Verse 13. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites!
Mm-hmm.
For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in.
But woe, destruction unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. You close, damn. Yo, under you, the gates of heaven are shut for brothers. Because not only are you not offering an example of what we just read, you exalt yourselves and you're damn abased. You know what I'm saying? You exalt yourselves. You act in such authority. You behave in such authority. And you take away the salvation that brothers should be feeling. Brothers should be experiencing. And you shut up heaven. What is heaven? Heaven is a state of beautiful feelings and of beautiful things. You know what I'm saying? And hell is a low state. You keep brothers in a low state. For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves. You don't even go in yourself. You're miserable. Neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. You don't even. Damn. Read verse 14, man. Let's keep going.
Verse 14. Woe unto you.
Salakia. And this is Christ speaking directly. Go ahead.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayers. Therefore ye shall receive the greatest damnation.
Ooh. You devour widows' houses. You make the widow by killing the man and not having mercy. You create the widow, then you devour her home, right? She has no husband, no one to protect her from you. And you go in there and devour, and then you go in there and you say long prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? To be seen of men. That's what you do. Those are pastors. Aren't those pastors, young man Lawrence? Those are those pork chop pastors, those bishops, those people wearing all types of tight clothing, that nice tight European suit. You know what I'm saying? Dancing on stage, man. Doing footwork, Chicago footwork on stage, boy. You know what I'm saying? Getting it in. Organ playing, everybody like moving like, yeah, That's horrible, man. That's horrible. Those are modern day scribes and Pharisees, man. People that make you feel good and shut you off from true happiness when it comes to God. Keep going.
Verse 16. No, Slacky, verse 15.
Right.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves.
Damn. You. Okay. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea. You go far and wide looking for that perfect brother to bring under your wing, right? To take him in, make him a proselyte, make him a student, right? And when you make him a student, you make him worse than you, times two, twofold. You make him more hellish than you are, more deceitful, more dishonest. Just think of Oprah and all the people she's brought in. Oprah brought up T.D. Jakes. Oprah brought up, what's the white man, bald-headed white man? The doctor, psychologist.
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Oprah brought them up. Dr. Phil has made fools of people for years now. Oprah is the catalyst of that. You know what I'm saying? Look at Wendy Williams, how many people she brought up through her radio show and through all her. Look at Star in the Morning and all the foolishness that he had us portrayed as on the radio and still does to this day. And Star is a devil worshiper. You understand? Oprah worships herself, says that you can will anything. Where's God in that? Nah, man. Twofold makes it worse, makes it more hellish, right? More the child of hell than yourselves. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Woe unto you, ye blind guides, which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing. But whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor.
Right. Isn't that what churches do? Right? All are welcome, but there's no change. There's no change. But give us your change, and we'll build this church. And build it into what? A place of self-worship, a place of emptiness, a place of vanity, man. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You'll be a debtor, all right. You'll be a debtor. You will be zero in the eyes of God. You will owe God some action because you won't be doing anything for God. Read verse 17. And you know, Salaki, you know who those guides are? Again, those guides are all the fake leaders that are out here pretending to love God, pretending to love us, pretending, but really hating us, not treating us like brothers and sisters, treating us like stepchildren. That's what they treat us like. They smile in your face and stab you in the back, cut you at your Achilles, and then tell you to sit down so you don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Kind of verse 17. Slack verse 18. Oh no, 17. Slack
17. Yep.
17. Yep. Ye fools and blind. For whether is greater the gold or the temple that sacrifices the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 18. And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing. But whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty.
That's that gold. Keep going.
Verse 20.
19.
Oh, slack it. Verse 19. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater the gift or the altar that sacrifices the gift?
Sanctifieth.
Sanctifieth, slack it. That sanctifieth the gift.
Keep going.
Verse 20. Whoso therefore shall swear by the altar, sweareth by it, and by all things thereon.
That's right. Whoso therefore shall swear by the altar, sweareth by it, and by all things thereon. All things that are on it. Keep going.
Verse 21. And whosoever shall swear by the temple, sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. Verse 22. And he that shall swear by the heaven, shall swear by heaven, sweareth by the throne of the powers, and by him that sitteth thereon.
That's right. You listen, in these churches is nothing but evil, man. Nothing but evil. Swearing on altars that have no sanctification, swearing on and putting things on it, and it's emptiness. Everything is empty, man. The Lord is in heaven. You know what I'm saying? And he that shall swear by heaven sweareth by the throne of God, and by him that sitteth thereon, which is God. Let's get Matthew 25 and 40.
25 and 40.
Come.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
That's right. Read verse 34.
Verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the earth. Of the world.
Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is not a new proclamation that we're going to rule the earth. It has been ordained since the foundations were set. You know what I'm saying? Of the world. It's always been that way. It's always been our duty to rule. We've always been the ones that were supposed to rule. Don't feel sorry for the heathen. You know what I'm saying? Love your brothers, man. There's nothing wrong with it. Love your brothers unconditionally, man. Treat your brother like a brother. Brothers don't always get along. You know what I'm saying? And in this truth, order will prevail. Order will always prevail in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Order is the number one protocol that will keep this truth pure and true. You know what I'm saying? Read verse 40 again.
Sir. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
That's right. That's right. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily, surely, I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it to one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. You have taken care of me. You have visited me in prison. You have clothed me when I was naked. You know what I'm saying? These are the verses above it that you can read on your own. All right? Between 34 and 40. All right? Read verse 46. Again, read all the verses yourself, but read verse 46 now.
Verse 46. And these shall go away unto everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal.
That's right. Who is that talking about? Those who don't have brotherhood are going to go into everlasting punishment. Got to be careful with these things, man. This is a serious matter. It's not something to be taken lightly. Brotherhood is absolutely number one according to God. Romans 12 and 10. And that brotherhood comes from following the commandments. Romans 12 and 10.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 10. Be kindly affectioned. Affectioned. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love and
with what?
honor.
With what?
With brotherly love.
With what?
With brotherly love.
Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love. Go ahead.
In honor, preferring one another.
Doing what?
In honor, preferring one another.
We have to prefer one another over though. We got to prefer somebody in the truth over somebody in the world. We got to prefer them, because that's where you're going to be treated like a brother, man. Those other people, they might treat you well for a while, but there's going to come a day where you're going to be like, damn, really? Really, yo? Because what do they stand on? What do they stand on? Not to say you can't treat somebody in the world well, but your brother who's in the truth with you, he's fighting the same fight you're fighting. He's fighting that same internal war against the world that you're fighting. That brother or that sister needs you. You can be their support because they've come out of the world. Not to say you can't help somebody come out of the world now, but your brother and sister who are already fighting and winning, help them first. Prefer them. As the scriptures say. Go ahead. Oh, read verse 12.
Verse 12?
Yeah.
Verse 12. Rejoicing in hope, patience, and tribulation.
Right.
Continuing instant in prayer.
Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation. When shit goes wrong, you're feeling like the world's coming down on you, man. Take a deep breath, man. Take a deep breath. It's not the end of the world. Become patient. And be instant in prayer. Instant in prayer. Start talking to the Most High, man. What you think you need. The Most High is going to give you not what you want, what you need. Because the Most High made you. He knows what you need as opposed to what you want. You might be saying something lustful. You might be wanting what you want, but that want might not be needed right then. Keep going.
Verse 13. Distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality.
Who's the saints? The saints are those that repent from their sins whom are Israelites. Those are the saints. Not the so-called Gentiles who are still in the world, but the saints who've repented, distributing to the necessity of saints. You got to give your time and your effort to brothers and sisters that have repented first. They have a necessity. Give it to hospitality. Verse 14.
Verse 14. Bless them which persecute you. Bless and Slaki. Go ahead. You say something, sir?
I said that's brotherhood. Bless them which persecute you.
Bless and curse not.
Keep going.
Verse 15. Rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep.
Keep going.
Verse 16. Be of the same mind one towards another.
Read that again.
Be of the same mind one towards another.
Be of the same mind one toward another, man. That means if you're under a man above you, be of the same mind. Know what the scriptures say that you should be, because that man above you is your servant. There to make you better. There to bring you up. And that man above you, the man below you, is there to make you better as well. There to teach you how to lead, teach you how to be what you're supposed to be, in contrast to one another. Because it's a balance. It's a balance. Be of the same mind. Have one doctrine. Don't be all over the place, man. That's the problem right now, man. Like there's a whole bunch of doctrines out there, brother. And again, this weekend showed the difference in doctrines right there, man. And the difference in brothers and how the doctrine has soaked into their minds. Go ahead.
Verse
16.
Verse 16.
Second sentence, go ahead.
Oh, Slakish, one another. Boom. Mind not high things, but condescends to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits.
That's right. Look at that. Don't just be concerned with what you're concerned with. See things from another brother's perspective. See things through another brother's eyes. If you're the young man or the trooper or the officer of whatever that is below a brother, see that that brother has responsibilities and he's under somebody else over him. If you're the a man above, the 10,000, the captain, I won't go farther than that, but the captain, or below, see that brother below you used to be you. And how did you feel when you were there? How could you make that brother's experience different, better? Or how can you check a brother to get him right? These things are so integral to building a nation. Zephaniah 2:1. Let's get it.
Because
that's what this is about. This is about building the army of the Lord and building the nation of the Lord, bringing it back. Zephaniah 2:1. Let's get it. Last scripture.
There's the book of Zephaniah, verse 2 and 1.
Chapter 2 and 1.
Chapter 2 and verse 1.
All right, go ahead.
Gather yourself together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2.
Israelites, go ahead.
Israelites,
blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, Negroes, Latinos, and First Nationers. Go ahead.
Concert. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before a fierce anger of the most.
Before the day pass as the chaff. Go ahead.
Concert, Salakia, sir.
No sweat.
Before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Most High come upon you.
Because that's what's going to happen soon. There's going to be a fierce anger that the Most High has. And it's not going to be towards those who follow him. It's going to be towards those without brotherhood and those who are not doing as he said to do, who want to be adulterers and adulteresses, who don't want to have the wisdom of the Most High, who don't want to adhere to the laws of this Bible, who want to do anything they want to do and live any which way and be in the world and not be holy, not be separate. Go ahead.
Khan. Before the day of the Most High anger come upon you.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Seek ye the Most High, all ye meek. Huh? Salakia?
No, go ahead. I said,
Salakia. All ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Most High's anger.
Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek, all ye lowly people of the earth, all those in the ghettos, favelas, and otherwise. Seek. Salakia, I lost it. Salakia. All ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. How do we do that? By disobeying the Lord's commandments, by not having brotherhood, by having oughts and not correcting them, man. By not following the protocol the Lord set forth. The Lord set forth protocols. Okay, stop being a selfish bastard, only concerned with how you feel. Be more concerned with building the nation and doing what the God wants you to do. That's what you got to do. Which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, because following the Lord's commandments is righteousness. Obeying, being a good son, is being righteous. Okay, not evil. Seek meekness. Be humble. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so boastful and proud and puffed up and high-minded. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. And I'm going to leave it there. All right? Let's seek out brotherhood, man. Let's achieve it. Let's not let other groups, other people who are not in the truth sway us from being the men that we're supposed to be and the women that we're supposed to be, so that we can raise the children as they're supposed to be and raise this nation up, man, and rule this planet in righteousness and in love. Okay? The love that God has, that warring love, you know what I'm saying? That righteous love, that righteous with righteous indignation. It's beautiful, man. All right? I am Priest and Officer Gabar Math. We are ISUPK Connecticut, ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana since 1969. We've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true culture and heritage according to the Bible, backed up by history and archaeology, that we are the Israelites. We are not lost. 12 tribes are right here in your face, coming back strong, rising. And our oppressor is the devil, the deceiver the Bible speaks of, and he's coming down to a low state. All right, going back into slavery where he belongs. All right, we'll see you again tomorrow. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Israel.